since you don't want to really understand, you don't want to really go into it.
I'm gonna go into everything.
Yeah, yo, let's go. We got my man.
What's your hustle?
Hey, yo, what's going on? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Willie, the bipolar brother, and
Marley
Marley is in the building, man. Welcome to the All Hustle Podcast Show. Make sure y'all check us out, subscribe on YouTube, as well as you can catch us up on All Hustle Podcast Show, everything.
Yes.
Hey, yo, before we get started, we just want to explain a little something, man. Because sometimes people look at the word hustle as a negative connotation. And the definition of hustle is... Connotation, you know, whatever.
I just learned a new word.
Two
new words, depending on which one it is you just said.
My ice ain't melted yet. But the definition of hustle is force someone to move in a specific direction, obtained by forceful action or persuasion, and sell aggressively. Either way, you grind with one result in mind. Okay, it's also considered like when you swindle or cheat somebody. But you know, today what we doing is, man, we bringing the hustle to you. And the main thing we want to know is,
what's your hustle?
We're talking to different people, different hustlers, different entrepreneurs about their hustle. We're going to get to the nitty gritty, from the nuts and the bolts to the back to getting that stack.
Yes.
Make sure y'all continue to check us out. We got a special guest in the building. My brother, friend to the show, entrepreneur, celebrity, professional barber extraordinaire, Mr. Manny Cuts. Hey, thank you for coming, man. Thank you for coming. Marley said get Manny on here. I was like, man, fuck Manny. No, I'm just like...
No.
Yeah.
Probably because of my birthday.
Yeah. Oh, we gonna get into that. I told you I ain't coming no more of your parties, man. We can't do that. We can't do that.
His parties.
Oh, Lord. We wild. Manny was popping bottles from like 12 o'clock that afternoon until that night when they threw his party at a nice spot, too. That club was real nice. Yeah. But to make a long story longer, somebody asked me to help get Manny to the car. I never stayed to the end of a party, but this one I was like, I'm going to stay to the end. We was having a good time. I never stayed to the end. But tonight I stayed to the end, so when they asked me to help get Manny to the car, Manny was lit. And Manny didn't want to go to the car. Manny had too many people to thank. He was on a world tour in the parking lot. Make a long story short, Manny got a little, I don't even know what happened, man.
Listen, I was drunk. Somebody looked at me the wrong way.
So he thought.
So I thought, yeah.
And Manny went into beast mode. And this is one of the most humble, peaceful dudes you will ever get a chance to meet, as well as an incredible, phenomenal barber. But he's like, how much you weigh, Manny?
Like 260, 265.
Listen, I was like, yo, I got to get back in the gym. Because there was like 5 or 6 of us trying to stop him from getting to somebody.
Couldn't stop him?
We stopped him, but in the mix, I ended up tearing my rotator cuff, picking him up because he kept falling on people. Yo, that liquor, man, y'all be careful out there. Drink responsibly.
Yes. That day I had about 15 bottles at the barbershop, and I took about 11 of them home. So just imagine we killed 4 bottles at the shop while I'm working. Now, I wouldn't, as a professional, I wouldn't recommend that.
So you said at the shop, you have your own shop?
I'm building a shop. It's in progress right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's get to the basics.
Is this your first shop?
Yeah, this is my first shop.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my first shop, man. I'm excited for this, man. I've been working for Royalty Cuts for about 7 years before that, DJ. So shout out.
Wait. Let's start. Where you from? Because when you're naming these places, we want to know, the people out there, where you from. What area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, salute to
Allentown
Brooklyn.
raised me, so shout out 610. I love Allentown.
Salute to the 610.
Yeah, man, I've been doing this for a minute. I started cutting hair at 16.
Wow.
16 years old. But it was,
How old are you now?
Ooh.
I'm 46 now.
Wow.
So yeah, 30 years. So
wow.
I'm still 16.
So you a pro. You guru for real.
Oh yeah. I've been doing this for a minute. I mean, I pride myself on knowing how to cut everybody's hair, any kind of hair, any type of ethnicity. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one thing that a barber should know how to cut every type of hair. We don't want to be in boxes where we can only do blowouts and shape ups and fades.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why your first shop after 30 years? What made you try it now?
Well, let me go back to when I started. When I was 16, I started cutting hair. I didn't have no passion for it. There was no love for cutting hair. It was just like a way to make some money. You know, I'm from the hood. Like I lived in the projects. I cut everybody in the projects $5 a haircut. Like you know what I mean? That was a way for me to get some little cash as a teenager. You know what I mean? And still go to school and stuff like that.
Right. The reason why I ain't mean cut you off. The reason why I said that is because a lot of people have a skill set and stuff, and sometimes it take a minute to get into the business. And other people are smarter and they see and look, and when they get into the business the first time, they also experience they are already successful. As I see you doing right now. That's why I'm throwing it out.
I zoned out. I don't know what the hell you just said. Can you say that again?
Understand what's going on here.
You following? That's all that matters. Because I got this list of questions, and it took me like 2 days to type these joints up. So y'all go through.
I ain't gonna lie. These list of questions are real.
You like that? You like?
This is real laid out, really nice.
I'm just going off the conversation.
So
I'll be on my
Hustle podcast.
It took you a little too long to warm up.
I'll be on my professional sometimes, man. But nah, definitely. I'm glad you spoke about that, because one of the questions I have is, what makes a good barber, and how does a person know that they are a good barber? Because there's a lot of cats out there that really believe that they cut their man's hair, their little brother hair, so they can open up a shop, or they can start, you know what I mean, like going around and cutting everybody's hair. And if you got a bag and you're trying to invest, or you want to open up a barber shop, it's a lot more to it than just renting a spot, I assume, and buying some clippers from Walmart.
It's a lot of responsibility. I wouldn't suggest somebody opening a barbershop unless you have a clientele. Unless you you're steady cutting every day. I mean, there was a point before social media where barbering wasn't as popular. But I loved barbering at this time, and I wanted to give it my all, but it wasn't paying the bills.
Especially with the pandemic.
Listen, I'm a man first before a barber. You feel me?
Of course.
Like, so I gotta take care of mine first. My home, my kids, all that. So I had to get a part-time job, but I didn't give up on my dream.
Right.
So when I got laid off, I gave, in 2012, I told myself, I'm gonna go 100% at this. You know what I mean? And that's when I created Barber Guru.
Okay.
I respect that, because a lot of people got to see the grind process. A lot of people get discouraged and give up. A lot of people don't know. Sometimes you got to know when to keep some type of money coming in to keep your dream alive. You know what I'm
I used to cut hair. I lie to you not. I used to cut my own hair.
You cut my hair.
Yeah, well, I shaped you up. You see what happened to me. But now, my man, salute to Mook. One time I cut his hair. He came to my house last minute. It was like 11. He's like, you don't go in the club. I need a cut. I'm like, all right. Tightened him up. Next day, the whole neighborhood knew. It was like, yo, man, why you mess his hair up like that? I ain't cut nobody else after that until I cut you the other day. But I just shaped you up.
You don't got no hair. I never let a bald head guy cut you. But
that's from that S curl I had back in the day.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, like when my first haircut, my very first haircut, the guard fell off.
Oh man.
And you skipped him?
I skipped him. Where he had to wear a baldy. Shout out to Mike Bible. That's my homie to this day.
Was y'all friends before that?
Mike.
Was y'all friends before that?
Oh, we're really good friends. Like, he was mad the next day. I ain't gonna lie, because I had to shave him bald around the sides to clean it up, clean up my mistake, and they were slapping him in the back of the neck. All day and the night. When I seen him in the hallway, he had nothing but handprints on the back of his neck. I felt so bad, bro. Like, it was crazy.
Well, let me ask you this, because back to that question, what makes a good barber? How would a person know if I'm thinking about getting into the barber game and you know, I feel like I'm good? Like, what would you say, like, in your personal opinion, what makes a good barber?
What makes a good barber is consistency.
Right.
I believe Allentown got some of the best barbers. I've been around the country, like, doing this thing, open doors. So I've been around. I've seen a lot of people.
Philly, man. Come on, right?
Yeah, Marley's from Philly. I'm from Jersey. Well,
listen, I'm gonna tell you a story. One of my
Talk
clients moved to Philly. I got a young boy. Shout out Chosy Jordan. He owns 3 shops up there. He's only 20-something years old.
Wow.
He got 2 licenses, a barber and a cosmetology license.
Wow.
And when I tell you his shops are unique, not one of the shops are the same. And this guy builds his shop himself. So when you talk about all hustle, that brother's all hustle. I'm 46, but I look up to a young man like that who put in that much time. I love the youth when they putting out this energy and this work ethic that they got to be successful. You know what I mean? I love that. So getting back to him, I got a client who lives in Philly. I said, yo, bro, why you driving from Philly to get a haircut from me? I said, my man up there, I could send you to my guy. He went up to them 5 times. He goes, bro, he keeps giving me Philly points. Wow. I don't
What's
want
a Philly point? What's a Philly point?
The angle, like
yeah.
sideburn.
Yeah.
And he said, bro, I'm not from Philly. I want it like this. And he kept explaining it to him, and he didn't do it. So now he drives an hour away.
Wow.
To get a haircut by me.
One of my artists used to come out here, all the way out here to see you.
Who's that?
One Take. Salute to One Take Dave, man.
Philly.
Yeah,
He in Philly.
And he in Philly. We got him out here. I mean, he
we
Philly
lost 2 already, man.
Dave is Philly to the fullest. He Philly to the fullest.
Shout out to the Philly barbers. You got Father Barber. You got Chink the Barber.
I mean, it ain't where you from. It's where you at. It's where your skills
and how much you pay.
You can cut.
So look, if you're talking to a young boy, right, that approach you in the streets and he wants to be a barber, what is the first thing he would have to do? Let's get down to the meat and the bones of this thing.
First thing he has to do, he has to have a passion for this, bro. Like, you can't like pick up some clippers and think you're gonna be me.
And make some money, because a lot of cats see the money in it. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. They look at me and they be like, oh, if I get into it, I'm gonna be successful like that. But it took me years, and you know that. You've been there from the beginning, so. It took me years to get to where I'm at. But you know what the key word was? What I said in the beginning? Consistency. A lot of barbers are not consistent. They are very, very good, but they're not consistent, bro.
So what would be a second step then? If he has a consistency, does he start cutting the neighborhood, like you said, build a clientele?
Yeah, I would say, try to build a clientele. You always start off with friends and family, and you work your way off from that. It's like a domino effect. So if you cut a friend, and he likes you, he's gonna tell another friend.
He don't need no like clearances from the city and nothing like that. Or is that only the open? That's only when you get into a shop.
I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, when you get into a shop, you definitely gonna need your license and your certificates and all that.
Where you get that from? You ain't gotta go to school for nothing.
No, you can go to school. You can go to school. There's a couple of schools out here in Bethlehem and Allentown. I think has a school. But you can do apprenticeship like I did, and that's work under a teacher.
Oh, so you don't necessarily have to go to an accredited school. You can do an apprenticeship.
Yeah,
me either.
Apprenticeship.
You see, y'all learning something.
Yeah. You do an apprenticeship. You put your time in. They write your hours off. They send it out to the state, and it comes back. And then you're registered in the state as somebody who.
So there's no excuse if somebody say I don't want to go to school or ain't got the money. There's no excuse.
No, there's no excuse. If you could find a barber manager or barber teacher that's working in the shop, they can do that for you and teach you as you go. I think that's the best way to learn anyway. School because school doesn't teach you.
You're hands-on.
Yeah, they teach you what you need to pass for state boards, but they don't teach you that everyday haircut, different textures, different type of hair. You know, they don't teach you that. They teach you the basics. You know what you need to know to pass that test.
Well, I also want to know as far as like opening up a shop. But before we get into that, because I want the people to know that when we give you that title, Barber Extraordinaire, Celebrity Barber, I apologize, I forgot award-winning barber. I have had the pleasure of being with you on a few of your events as you toured and did competitions and threw your own events. We had a nice time.
Oh, yeah.
For the ones I do remember.
Chag, you're in? A little inside
So what was that like, man? Share some of your experiences. What have you done? Where have you been? Where has barbering taken you? And what awards, like, you know, that whole thing with the competition?
Man, barbering opened a whole nother door for me. My first passion was like, something I really wanted to do was create clothing. Fashion. Like, I'm not the most fashionable guy, but I got eye for fashion. And I got taste and I got creativity. So I was always drawn to that. Like being like 15, just, you know, not having the money to dress like you want to dress, and you see the aesthetic of clothing, and I love that. I love that. But barbering was a second love.
Gotcha.
And I always knew since I was young that I wanted to be my own boss. I didn't want to be like working for somebody forever. You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah.
But I got back to what I wanted to do, was be my own boss. And this
kid, he got back to what he wanted to do.
Exactly.
So what led to the competitions though? The awards, like, what does that bring to your brand?
To be honest, I didn't want to compete. I have a brother who cuts too, and he's phenomenal as well.
Salute to your brother, man.
You know my brother. So
yeah, that's my dude.
Yeah.
Who you think is better?
I'm gonna say my brother, bro.
I never
Who
got
you
a
think
cut.
is better?
I never really had a cut from his brother, Chaz. I always go to Fresh. You know what I mean?
No, but I can say honestly, speaking, the kid's like a phenomenal barber, bro. He was doing things back in
You just don't get a free cut from Fresh. If you get a free cut, that's what you're gonna get. It's still gonna be hot, but it ain't gonna be hot as if you pay that 30. Fresh, we gonna keep it a buck on here. Fresh, you hit me up one time. And it was nice. Now, don't get me wrong, I was good.
Rush.
But it wasn't like when I paid you. Man, listen, boy, you know you good when you don't want to leave his mirror. When you just sitting there looking at yourself afterwards and you stalling with the payment, you know you got a good cut. You know what I'm saying? That day I got in the car and I was like, when you start looking at yourself and you like. Your head tilted. I was like, yeah, Fresh.
That must have been one of the days I was trying to stick you in. So
Yeah, it was.
Hey, listen.
You never told me no, though. You always get me in there, man.
Interval, bro. I'm going to give you what you can get in 20 minutes.
But nah, with the awards, though, like, what does that bring to your brand? What does that bring to the table? Does it help you make more money?
As far as competing, like I was saying, my brother, I was managing him. So I almost had him on the movie A Step Up 5.
Wow.
He's that good of a barber. So I wanted to manage him and give him opportunity because I'm like he's more of an introvert. I'm more of a person who mingles with the people and stuff like that. So I wanted to manage him in that point, but he didn't have the drive that I had.
That you had.
So
why do you work like that though?
I don't know.
Man, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like a manager, it seems like sometimes you're doing like music or any level. It seems like sometimes the manager got more drive than the artist.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I manage my son right now, who you seen the other night.
Right.
And
good artist.
And we see what they can be, but they got to see what they can be.
Right.
You feel me? Like we could do it. We could see it all we want, but if they don't see it for themselves, they're not going anywhere.
And the consistency.
And we're just wasting our time.
And the consistency.
Like, you know what I mean? And the consistency.
Like you said, sometimes they just don't, a lot of cats, when they come to me to be in the industry and things like that, they don't realize, like, it's not an overnight situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to put that time in and go through the aches and pains, which is what I also want to get into with you. What are some of the aches and pains of being a barber? Like, and because people don't know, man. We come there, we just expecting to pay and leave looking good and feeling good, but you guys got to deal with a lot. So for a new person trying to get into barbering, what are some of the things you would tell them to expect? I'm talking the good and the bad. The stank breath brother, the dude that just got off of work that ain't showered and he musty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The dude with the sores in the head. Let's talk about it, man. We gotta keep it $150 because
no, I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I'm here. You
ain't gotta name no names.
I mean,
Mustafa. No, I'm just playing.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Nah, I've had some clients come in with some super dry hair, some super dirty hair, like caking up my clippers.
You ever turn anybody down?
Like if their hair's too bad, yeah, I'll turn them down.
But you have the right to do that, right? I heard that barbers, like, if a person...
that's in the state book. Yeah,
okay,
you have the right to turn down a client.
So
and
a lot
it
of
doesn't
cats
have to be depending on their hair. It could be maybe an attitude, maybe... like it just depends on the situation, but you have the right to turn somebody down.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got to protect yourself too. Correct. You know what I mean? So you don't know what type of disease that they got, you know what I mean? If they have an illness or whatever it is, like at the same time, you got to protect yourself. So that's your right as a stylist barber to turn somebody down.
Has it been scary?
No, go ahead, man.
Has it been scarier cleaning supplies and stuff during COVID season?
What do you mean scary? Like
scary.
Making sure that everything's disinfected and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make sure you disinfect your stuff so you're not passing.
I mean, is it the same process or is it more?
No, it was the same process. I mean, with COVID, like during COVID, I was doing a lot of house calls.
Okay.
Excuse me, damn, I birthed on my like.
Yeah, but you do that when you cutting?
Tell me.
I got a good fart story too.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear that.
We'll get back to that, but. During COVID, I had to drive to people's houses. Most people I went to, I knew them. They've been my clients for years. Right. So if they were sick, I wasn't going there. Right. If they felt ill, I wasn't going there. But if they felt fine, I would go and, take care of as many people I can take care of. Yeah, COVID was stressful, man. To be a barber, one thing, like,
Y'all had to switch your hustle, the way you hustle.
Oh yeah, for sure. I couldn't run.
You had to adapt.
I have an app called Bookski. Shout out to Bookski.
Mm-hmm. Oh! They ain't paying us no money.
Yeah, they ain't paying us, but I can work on that.
They paying you, so okay, I'll let you get that.
But
I have to bleep that out.
Yeah.
You can leave it out. No, you can get me a sponsorship with Turn.
Yeah. We gonna eat. Where the paperwork?
Yeah,
damn right.
Yeah.
Shout out to.
Listen, I'm verified on this, so I ain't a newbie on Booksy. I've been around since the beginning, so
word.
Yeah. I got like almost 400 reviews on that, bro. 5-star barbers.
So look, cause I'm super interested in this, man. And then Marley, you take the next one, but I want to know, as a barber, what's an ideal client? No, we ain't gonna do that. Everybody know what ideal is. What do y'all hate? And I assume, I'm talking about something generic that you can kind of speak for all barbers, like, so that us as clients, we know, like, to avoid this situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, like somebody come in fresh out of work and you stinking, like, bro, you know, y'all would prefer us to take showers or grease our hair up before we come or you know what I'm saying? Like, don't come in there with a wig on talking about, can you braid my joint, or like, you know, like what pisses y'all off? What irritates the
I can't speak on everybody else. Everybody is different. You know what I mean? So, but as far as for me, I'm very timely in my schedule. So one of my pet peeves is like, either you're not booking and you're calling me, and you're an every week person, and you know you should book every week, but you're still calling me to get you in. That's a pet peeve. Okay. Another pet peeve is like, you're not respectful of my time. So basically, like, if you're booking for one thing, hey, I'm going to be like 20, 30 minutes late. That's cool, right? Nah, it's not cool, because you don't understand. I run off a schedule. You know what I mean? So if I take you and you're that late, then
don't get comfortable.
You're gonna run, but a lot of people get comfortable.
How long of a time? How long do
a men's haircut is 45 minutes for me.
No, how long do if somebody late? How long do you wait before you?
Well, this is what I was explaining. A men's haircut is 45.
Okay.
I cut everybody's hair in about 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, you got an award for that, didn't you? In competition, the fastest fade or something like that. Salute to Manny. Salute to Fresh.
5-time award-winning barber. So, thank
very
you.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
One of many awards.
Yeah. I mean, awards are awards. I really do those competitions to test myself. It's not to say I'm better than somebody else. You know what I mean? I'm really doing those competitions like, man, let me see if you still got it. Man, let me see if you nice with it. Man, you know what I mean? Like, it's really for me. It's not for everybody else. So if I don't win, it's nothing. I can still feel good about what I did. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
The winning part is the cherry on top. That's it. Like, most times I go in, I'm going to tell you a story. I was in Jersey Shore. And I was cutting Steven Champagne from Royalty.
Okay, yeah.
So I was cutting him, and I was vending down there. So I had merch down there. So I was selling stuff. My son was down there with me. And I had cut Steven. And my first couple times I placed, they were third places, but I still placed out of like 20 to 40 people. That's
okay. From around the country. From around the country.
Yeah. So you got barbers elite in their city. And
yeah. I've been with you, and this shit has been in conventions.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was thousands of people. Barbers, they selling all types of barber stuff. You got competitions, performances. And the girls, the hoes. No, I'm just playing. Yeah.
I know when you do like tattoos, they go on contests and stuff like that. But I never knew barbers do that.
Oh, you got to go on one time, bro. Like next time actually the next one's in February. Is the Reading Barber Battle. Shout out to my man E. I'm ready. He's the one that throws it. So yeah, I have a table out there. So I'm thinking about competing.
I'm there.
I'm competing just to see if I still got it.
Wow.
I'm not competing to win. I'm competing to like challenge myself.
So what kind of other monetary avenues are there in?
What kind of what?
Monetary.
You think I'm gonna let that slide? What kind of what? What kind of what? No, go ahead.
It's all good.
We know what you mean.
Hey, we lit right now.
What kind of paper you get? What kind of paper? Oh, we ain't
let me bring it.
I can't even reveal what type of paper.
What kind of other avenues are there to make ends meet?
Oh, listen, man. Once you get into this,
when cutting, because I didn't know you do competitions. You can sell merch, like you broaden your horizon.
Oh yeah. Listen, one thing I'm good at is seeing that what the game don't got.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And I always want to be that one to bring that out.
Like, I never met a barber that been to competitions and stuff like that.
Oh, but I've been.
or even have own merch.
Oh yeah, I've been doing this since 2012, man. Like,
So I salute you on that, cause you just.
What's the name of your merch?
Barber Guru clothing.
And don't you have something for us?
Oh yeah, you know I got something for
I thought I
you.
seen
We
a
like-
bag. I thought I seen a
we
bag.
like-
They, they couldn't even wait for
We
it.
like
I
gifts.
thought I seen a bag.
So this right here, this is the Cutthroat Pros.
So hold on, this is your clothing line?
Yes, Barber Guru clothing. Cutthroat is a series inside the
Okay,
clothing.
like a
brand.
line.
Where they
Yeah,
find that
yeah.
clothing line at?
Yeah, so Cutthroat became its own thing. And Cutthroat was one design back in 2017. This became its own thing to where they almost thought this was a separate line.
Wow.
But it's a line, it's a design within the
Right.
Barber Guru
Right.
merch. You know what I mean? So Cutthroat is a Bass Pro Shots flip.
Nice.
Just don't cut me.
Cutthroat's universal, bro.
That's nice. Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's why we have
I
the
like
razor
that.
blade.
I ain't mean to
blood
rub your
and all
stomach
that.
and shit.
No, it's all
You know
good.
what I mean?
This is for you, Wo.
can they find their clothing line
Hey.
Barber Guru, right now the site is down.
Okay.
Because I'm building a shop. I'm revamping everything.
Everything.
I got like all new designs. I can't wait for y'all to see them. I got a barbershop coming up, which is half retail, half barbershop.
He's a cutthroat. Look.
You damn right.
You know, I give it to the right person.
Ah!
Oh, you cut through as well. You heard?
right.
Okay, okay.
This is one of the best selling.
like that.
Nah. Hold. He hooked me up.
He
Now.
got the chick holding the razor blade.
I like that.
That's
Yes.
fire. That's fire.
Listen,
That's
this is
hot.
inspired by the Backwoods design. Shout out to Backwoods.
Oh, that's right.
We need the blunts, please.
Ooh, you're gonna have to sign a lot of paperwork before you leave here.
Yeah, man.
I want a piece of all of that.
Yeah, listen.
Who? That's for me too. That's what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
that's mine. That's mine.
My
That's
man's
mine.
over there. You got yours. You
He
have
gave you
this
the
already.
right one. Give me the women.
If you don't have this
the
already,
women
you at least had the hat. I know you did.
I had to have it.
This was one of our best-selling designs.
I appreciate you.
I made $17,000 off hoodies alone off this design.
I'm in the
Not
wrong
including
business.
anything else I have.
I'm about to start cutting hair.
We need to get down with you, brother.
Willie Woe Baldies. $5. I'll
you go,
shave
my
you
brother.
clean.
I appreciate that. Oh, man. Thank you,
for
brother.
sure.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you.
Anytime,
Thank you.
Anytime.
Hey, but look now,
Right.
since you don't want to really, I understand. You don't want to really go into.
I'm gonna go into everything. Ask me whatever.
I want to. I asked you about what y'all don't like,
With this.
and you ain't want to. So I'm gonna tell you what
No,
we
I'ma
don't
tell you.
like. I'm gonna tell you what we don't like. Y'all barbers out there that be smoking before we come and sit
Oh,
in
the
chair.
cigarettes on the hand?
No, that I can deal with because I know I might. You
Oh, you
know,
talking about weed?
they be high as hell. And they like, you come in, you want your session, you whatever. They like, yo, just give me like 10 more minutes, man. Then you come in and they want to tell you about the weather. They trying to do your lip, and then they sitting there holding the joint, the clippers, and they like, yeah, you know, did you see Shakima the other day?
They
Did you
take a
see-"
dinner break.
Now
Put you in the chair.
they
You
doing
ever
more
had that?
talking than cutting. Me personally, I cut my own joint, as you can tell. It's okay. You don't have to insult me.
Nah, it's not bad.
I
I'm
insult
looking at the
myself.
side of
You
your
don't
beard
have no
right
hair.
now.
I insult
You don't have no hair.
That's
brother.
why I
I'm
cut
looking at the
myself.
side of your beard right now.
That's why I cover. But look, but you know what I'm saying? But I do like to, as a man, we like to be taken care of too. So I like to sit there and, you know, get the lather. And I love the way you do things because you put the heated towels. And salute to my man Henny Cuts too. Henny put me on that too with the heated towels. And it feels good to be taken care of.
Yeah, for sure.
But when a cut takes an hour and a half, and
No,
I know
never
how
should
your
never do
Thanksgiving went, and it's now Easter, that I can't do that, man. And then I went to a barber shop, man. If you're a new barber, please tell us you're a new barber. I left there, I looked like I had been in a fight with a box of knives, man. I was cut everywhere. I never went back. I shouldn't have paid, but I was like, you know what? That's
You
what
know
I
what
get.
It
happens to
sounds like you
people?
went to a different lot.
Listen.
I think I smashed his
this
girl.
happens when you
That's
have
what it
a-
was. That's right. Okay, but yeah, that's another situation.
That's what happens. We call that a barber hoe.
Oh, they called me that in high school.
So basically,
It's called you all
he
kinds of
jumping,
stuff.
Still a hoe.
he jumping from barber to barber, expecting the same result. It's not gonna
Yeah, how
happen,
you
bro.
gonna call them
Do y'all
different
get
barbers?
offended by that?
No, I don't personally. Like,
Do some
I have
people do?
No, I had clients that went to other barbers, and mainly it's because of my schedule. My schedule is so tight, I'm so booked that a lot of my older clients couldn't get in. So they're like, "Listen, bro, I got things to do." I ain't mad at that, bro.
part of
That's
the game.
life.
That's
That's life.
life.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be busy.
Yeah, I don't
Ain't
get
no
mad
problem.
at that. I don't never get mad at that. The only time I get mad if they do that and then act like they've never even been in your chair before. Like I don't exist anymore. That's what pisses me off. Like, cause our friendship goes beyond me cutting your hair.
Right,
I've been to
right.
weddings, I've been to birthday parties of all clients. You know what I mean? Like, I've been to a lot of stuff and celebrated with them outside of cutting hair. You know what I mean? So, so for you to act like you don't know who I am anymore, that pisses me off.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How come I didn't get a memo that haircuts went from $10 straight to $30?
Bruh.
Some even $40.
Some 50.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I ain't getting no memo.
Let me put it as easy as this. Like, you could buy a cheap coffee pot, right?
Yes, sir.
It might last you a couple months. You buy a good coffee pot, it might last you for years. Like, you get what you pay for. You feel me? Like, a $10 haircut, you think I could work for McDonald's and make more than $10 an hour.
I told you about that free cut I got.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Like,
Tap me up.
schooling,
Boom.
Clippers are up right now.
Yeah.
Some of my clippers are, I probably got like over $2,000 worth of stuff on my station.
But it's jumped though, because back in the day,
You got to.
It was like $15, but it seemed like recently it just went up.
Yeah.
No, you got to. I'm actually on the low end for where I'm at.
I know it's barber's $45.
Bro, I could charge $50, $60, $70 a haircut if I want to right now. But I understand where I'm at.
Right.
So I think pricing should be set on the demographic where you're at.
Okay.
So if you're in a major city like LA, I've been to LA numerous times.
You can hit them up in LA, right?
$100 a haircut. I know a guy. I met a guy in the parking lot. He said he
I've been
paid.
moving to LA.
Listen, he paid
As a barber.
$275 for a shape up.
Teach me how to cut.
Man,
For a
listen.
shape up.
This shape up you gave me, you could have made $200 off of.
I should have been high. If I'm paying you $275, man, listen.
And that's a good client. If you're
But
making
more
$200
people out there,
this
more
brother,
people out there.
And you better wear a condom.
Yeah, but see, more people out there is making money. More people out there is more, making more money.
Yeah.
it's
for sure.
different.
Well, like celebrity, you got like you, celebrity barbers. You actually, cause you've cut some celebrities, so
I've cut
for you to still
Daddy
keep
Yankees artists
Okay.
for a concert. I cut a few people, for a little like
major
local
business
stuff.
people. Yeah.
Mainly like business people. I cut a lot of doctors, lawyers, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
State troopers.
State troopers.
would you
Yeah.
think-
I got plugs in state troopers. by
But
the
you
way. Shout out
think you
state
are
troopers.
the most popular barber in the area?
Oh, by far.
Yeah, I have to.
And
agree
you know
with that.
what? If you would asked me this like 2 years ago, I would have never said that.
Okay.
No, but I could say, just off experience and humbly saying, I am the most popular barber in this area. You know what I mean? Like, there's some other popular. Shout out to E-Dub, shout out to Tommy Legends, shout out to Will on 7th Street. Like, we got a bunch of dope barbers out here. Like, Allentown has elite barbers. Mm-hmm. The only thing I question with some of them, not all of them, is their work ethic.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because that's another thing, man. A lot of these barbers too, they show up when they want. They'll do a half a day.
That's what fucks
They
it
don't,
up.
and
That's what fucks it up.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. But look, I want to get one more
No, I
question.
want to get into that.
Okay.
That's one of my pet peeves.
Bring it back.
Okay, go ahead. It's your show. You got Backwoods
'cause
sponsoring us. We got a few
Listen,
sponsors on the line right now.
We're gonna get some people. Trust me.
Yeah. It's kicking.
One of my-
It's kicking in. Hey, yo, man, it's some great interviewing. I love the information you give it to the people, man. All Hustle Podcast. Make sure y'all continue to follow us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure y'all listen to us on Spotify. Willie Woe and Marley Marl. And all we want to know is, what's your hustle? But we got Manny Cuts, aka Freshkabar in the building. My brother, friend to the family,
Y'all
friend
give
to
me
the
that name,
show.
by the way.
We
The Barber
started the
Guru.
Barber Guru.
Yes, sir.
Yo, the clothing line is ridiculous, man. Like, we were just talking off air that we've been to conventions where I've seen you sell out the racks. I've seen people come to a convention where it's 2,000-3,000 people coming through, and they came just to find your booth, and it's 150 booths and different barbers and all that.
Yeah.
They came to see you. What does that feel like?
Man, that feels amazing, bro. Like, just to know that people like my shit, like, that's amazing, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I planned it that way, but I designed so you can wear it not just in the shop but in the club. You know what I mean? So it's not too barbery.
Yeah.
But it's inspired by.
I got a lot of compliments on your joints, but you was asking him something before.
What made you take just being a regular barber? Because everybody know that's a barber. They're just a regular barber.
Because old men
What
didn't used
made
to
you-
do this. The old school
What makes you
barbers.
take barber into merchandise and sell it and go out there and sell merchandise, sell clothing, doing shows.
He got grease. He got lube.
Products, all that.
What other products do you have?
He got condoms.
I had a pomade.
I use the pomade.
condoms?
That pomade has many uses
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. When you brand something,
for men and women.
you can put your brand on anything.
Right.
The most important part about branding, it's just like Coca-Cola, Pepsi. When you see them logos, whether it be on a can, on a T-shirt, on a hat, on a race car, it's branding.
I'll put my brand on a back.
So I can brand anything right now because I built the name up far enough so I could do that. So it becomes like something that you remember. You know what I mean? Like, so when I go to a hair show, oh, Barber Guru's in the building, let me check out what he got.
Right.
But I remember when it wasn't like that. When nobody knew me. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't selling as much merch. You feel me? Like, the turnaround was the first Jersey Shore battle. Shout out to Jersey Shore battle. I feel like when you brand, bro, at first I didn't want to be the face of it. That's why I said I managed my brother. He was supposed to be the face of it. And I got some advice saying that do it for yourself. You want it so bad for somebody else, why don't you do it yourself? And that's when I stepped out and started doing it for myself.
I'm glad you asked him that question.
And all
I
that,
wanted
like
to know.
being seen, is the most important part of building a brand. You know what I mean?
Is that the progression? Do you consider that the progression for a barber, or is that just for you? Like, if you was talking to a youngin, somebody new in the game, like, what's the goal?
I would
What's the
say that
goal?
for anybody. I wouldn't just rely on social media. I only have like 2,000, almost 3,000 followers on Instagram.
What can a cat make, barber?
But
Like I'm saying, yearly. If you look at a yearly salary, like what's the potential?
6 figures barbering.
Really?
I make 6 figures barbering.
Oh Lord, I don't. To all the FBI,
You know what I mean?
tax people.
It's a difference because he is a businessman, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like he taking a lot of people.
Does a
like
lot of
you
different
have
things.
a business or a product, and sometimes you got to know that you can broad that out in certain umbrellas and spread out so you can make everything flourish.
Yeah.
And he mastered that right now. You see what I'm saying? A lot of barbers don't know that.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of barbers don't know that. And I'm here to give free game out though.
Right.
Like, the thing is, like, you got to work it though. I could tell you what to do, but if you don't do what I tell you to do, it's not gonna happen for you.
Right.
And if you're just relying on Instagram, that's not gonna work.
Well, what would be I'm glad you said that. What's the first 5 things you would tell somebody as far as like the progression of being a barber? You pick up some clippers. You had a passion. You said that. You have clientele. You said that. What's next after that? Find a shop. How much money do you need to?
If you're trying to get into a barbershop right away, I wouldn't, like I said earlier, I wouldn't suggest opening a barbershop unless you were like fully booked. You know what I mean? Like,
let your clientele move you out of your house.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like,
That's just smart because a lot of people jump into business right away and don't have no clientele and be stuck and can't pay bills and fail.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that dream,
Right.
but you still got to take steps. Apple wasn't Apple. It took Apple a couple years, and he was working out of his mom's garage. Now it's almost $1 trillion company, probably. You know what I mean? Like, he did all the legwork. I did all the legwork. I stood in the shop when I wasn't cutting for 12, 14 hours. And I'd be the first one in, the last one out.
Yeah.
And he know that. He was there with me for a lot of it. When I wasn't as busy as I am now, he was there.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I mean?
to book with you right now, when I spoke to you a couple days ago, it was like
almost
2-3 weeks.
How long it takes 2 weeks to book for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right now, you can't book me until the first week of January.
Wow. How many hours? But see, when you get...
I can.
Let me ask you a question. When you have more hustles,
Yeah.
do your main hustle suffer a little bit?
What do you mean, man?
Like, say, mainly... say a couple years ago, you might have been in the barber shop 14 hours a day. Today, you might only be in there 7 hours a day. Do that take effect?
I'm not at that point right now, but building this barbershop was to get to that point.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, before I was managing. So I still had to work my hours to, make ends meet and still have money to do other things. You know what I mean? So I'm building a barbershop so I can ease back.
Okay.
Off them 70-hour weeks, 75-hour weeks. You know what I mean?
So you still put it in though?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But look,
Yeah, I don't just talk about. I be about that shit, bro. Like I be in there all day, and I'll take people after the time.
Wow.
Like where you can't book me, no, call me. You gonna pay a little extra, but
So you
I
the
still
hustler.
think
So you dedicated. See, a lot of people don't.
No,
put in
no,
that
I love my
extra,
clients, bro.
extra time.
yeah, I love my clients. My clients are super loyal, bro. If they can't get me, they'll wait. 80% of the time, they'll wait. They won't go somewhere else. Like they're like, no, I'm gonna wait till you open again. Like
I want to get back to them 5 though, because you gave us 3.
Mm-hmm.
You have the passion. You build a clientele.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go directly into a barbershop until you can actually know that this is what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So once you actually working, let's just say you're working in a barbershop that's managed by somebody else. What's the next progression? Do you you move out? Is the goal to get your own shop? Or
I mean, I can only speak for myself. Like other people's ambitions are different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they might have more help than I did. You know what I mean? Everything I've done off my own back, like my own hands, 2 feet. I hustled. All hustle.
right. Oh, hustle.
Oh, hustle.
I hustled my way. Listen, I'm still hustling now.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
Hustle
Like,
never stops, right?
no, the
That's right.
hustle never stops. You can't ever take advantage of the point where you're at. I fucked up
That's
a
what
lot of money before COVID.
Right.
But I had a ton of fun though.
Mm-hmm.
He was witness to a lot of it.
That was the reason for some of it.
Yeah, he was the reason for some of it. Like I fucked up a lot of money. Like, but would I ever take that back? No, because it's a learning
It's a
experience.
learning experience.
So I like now after COVID, I'm a little different now. I'm not going to the club 2-3 times a week. I'm not blowing bottles every time I go out. You know what I mean? Like
A few bottles, not a bottle. A few bottles.
I spent thousands, like in the last 2 years. Like I could have bought a crib. That's how much I spent in the last.
I'm glad you said that. How much would you tell? How much would you say it would cost? And just your opinion. I know we can't be specific because every city and state it varies. But if someone wanted to open their own shop,
Right.
What size bag would you advise them? Listen, if you ain't got no less than this, you wasting your time.
I say it depends on the space. Right now, I'm in the plaza.
Okay, and the location.
It's a strip mall basically, like, and they have a lot of regulations and just insurance alone is $2 million insurance.
What kind of regulations? Because this whole show is about we we keep it relaxed, but I want to make sure that our people
so many
know.
regulations on me because the spot took over. It was a hair salon already.
Okay.
So I
So there are
have to-
certain requirements you need in that facility.
Oh yeah, like with me, I'm just painting and decorating.
Okay.
You know what I mean, and building out some stuff. But like, it wasn't
So
nothing.
you're gonna be in the plaza.
Yeah, I'm in the plaza.
So you're gonna be getting that good money.
Oh yeah.
So what is some of the stuff
That's a prayer.
What are some of the stuff they look for when they come into your spot? If you weren't in the plaza, if it wasn't already a hair salon prior to that, what are they looking for when the state come in or the city, whoever
Bro,
comes
like,
in?
you have to get permits. If you're turning down walls, you add an electric.
You gotta have a sink or something. I think you told me one. Do you have to have a sink?
Oh yeah. Depends how many chairs you plan on having on the shop. Like my shop is a little different. I feel like barbershops have become the same thing over and over. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's what we grew up on. You know what I mean? But I feel like in this day and time, we have to have more, a different thing going on in the barbershop. So my barbershop is retail. My barbershop has products.
Wow.
We cut hair.
Wow.
So I'm making money off all the square footage in the shop. So I think you have to be more strategic now. That's why you see a lot of brick and mortars closing down. Because they're only one thing. They're either clothing or coffee or whatever it is. And if you're not buzzing in your area or you don't have that name, you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Well, 9 times out of 10, you're going to fail.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have a name. I'm already buzzing. So I'm taking good energy and good flow and good business sense into this. This is very strategic. As I'm not going to do the traditional barbershop. When I got that place, it was a 10-station place. It's over 1,100 square feet.
Wow.
10 stations. What that mean?
Like 10 barber stations.
Okay. Just for the people that don't know, because you know.
Yeah. 10
some of us
stations where they cut hair at. I eliminated it. I cut the barbershop in half. So that when you walk in, the first half of it is all retail.
Oh, that's dope.
It's all sneakers, Yeezys, Jordans.
Wow.
And
so
then
you got
all on one side.
Oh, you
I got on the other
You got
side.
Yeezys and Jordans and you brought us hoodies?
Oh yeah, I don't own the sneakers, bro.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to
I love the hoodies though. Don't get me wrong.
Shout out to
So is
Rizzy.
it hard keeping friendships with progressing? Like I know you leaving.
Yeah,
you leaving
sometimes.
Like you leaving the barbershop you've been at for a while, right?
Yeah.
So he actually that business is losing some money, and probably some clientele.
And some barbers.
Right. So that's hard the friendship to keep.
Sometimes it depends. Like I have good friendships with the people I work with. I have a morality though. I have integrity. Like when I left, I didn't tell anybody to come with me. And even though people wanted to come with me, I told them I can't do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's just not fair for me to open up something and then take business from somebody else.
So it's really
But
cut.
then again, business is business.
It's cutthroat.
I feel you.
It's cutthroat.
No, it's yeah.
cutthroat.
He's a
really-
guru.
he's a
He
guru.
said, I'm taking everybody with me.
Either you gonna get down.
Say nothing. He said, I ain't say nothing, but I left business cards.
You gonna get.
A trail of them.
You gonna get down. You gonna lay down.
Listen, if you're a barber and you're working at a shop and you're gonna open up your own shop, it's bad business to come back and take from that.
Right.
Basically, bad karma.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't like that.
But what's that
Now, no, hold on.
ahead,
There's a loophole to that though. If you want to come with me, that's your decision. Most barbers
You a grown man, grown woman.
Most barbers are self-contractors, so they're not employees of the barbershop. They're self-contractors. So they feel like they're better in another spot. They can do that.
So say if the barbershop had 10 barbers and all 10 of them said, yo, he's just opened a barbershop. We all going over there because I know it's going to get it popping. We don't like it over here. Would you let all them barbers come?
No.
Or would you say, nah, I'm turning all y'all down?
No.
Or would you just take the best ones?
It ain't about being the
He
best
said,
one.
"Would you take the best ones?"
The best
No,
ones.
You pull up in a van, a U-Haul van, and you just start loading up barbers and clippers.
Now,
But it's hard to turn it down when you opening a business and you're like, all right, I already
see,
know
but
you're
that's if I'm
successful.
depending on them. I'm not depending on them.
Bang. That's what a lot of people
I can hold this business down by myself.
That's what a lot
feel
of
me?
people got focused on, right?
So I'm not depending on them. So when I hire, I'm hiring because of the character of person you are. And skill. Like you could be a dope character, but you can't cut, you can't work with me. But if you're a dope character and you can cut, you know what I mean? Like that's not a criteria. I don't believe in hiring the best barber because usually the best barber got the worst work ethic
You correct.
because they feeling themselves too much.
Correct. Less time.
I have the right
less
to
time.
feel myself. I put in the work. I put in the time. I put in the energy.
You usually see a barber get better and better and start making a little more money. You see him less and less at the barbershop.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
But you know why? Barbers have a bad mentality. They think they need me. I don't need them.
I'm glad you said that
You
because
feel me? In reality, I make money off y'all. I need y'all.
How is it dealing with staff? For somebody who wants to open a barbershop, they done put their time in other shops, they done built up their clientele. Now they want to actually bring in barbers of their own in their own shop. What are some of the things they can expect to have to deal with when you're dealing with barbers under you? As far as, because you have experience with managing multiple, you manage like 10 barbers like at one time, you know what I mean?
Oh, you manage barbers too?
My last barbershop, I was managing the whole shop. Yeah.
Oh, you was managing the whole shop?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I ran, I hired and fired the
So
barbers
see,
and all that.
you grown experience in moving out and getting your own shop. That's why you didn't do
I
it
needed
right
that.
away. See,
I
a lot
needed
of
that.
people jump into
Yeah.
a business right away and fail instead of learning each corner and each structure it takes to build that business and be successful.
Exactly.
Like you done mastered.
Exactly.
That's why they call you the guru?
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. I don't like giving myself names. If somebody tell me I'm the best barber, then that's what they feel like. Hey, I ain't gonna argue with them. But I don't really like me coming out and saying, "Yo, I'm the best." I don't need that shit, bro.
Barber and businessman's two different things.
Yeah.
So actually, you a great barber and a great businessman.
Yeah.
Because you could be. A lot of people have a great skill but don't know how to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Why you ain't never tell me that?
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, yo, man, make sure y'all subscribe to All Hustle Podcast Show on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at All Hustle Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, All Hustle Podcast, Willie, Marley, Make sure everything is All Hustle Podcast, man. We got a lot of great things coming for y'all. We in the building right now with Barber Guru extraordinaire, creator of merch, as well as award-winning trophies and everything, Mr. Manny Cuts from Barber Guru. It's my family, my brother. It's great having you here, man. But I want you to. I still want to get to that question. What are some of the things for the people that's out there that want to know about the barber hustle? Because you've said a lot. But when you transition or grow into having your own shop and you got to manage 6-7 barbers, because I've been there, I've seen some of the things you deal with. But just give me 5, and I'm gonna give you one just to show you where I'm going at. Barbers not showing up on time. You being the first one there. Like really, what's that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
is that something they can expect?
To be honest, like if you are self-employed, basically you pay for the chair. You make your own time. You make your own schedule. But if
that's what's scary for a lot of people, because a lot of people need that supervision.
Yeah.
If you think about it, a lot of people can't function on their own. You let them go, they gone.
Yeah, no. Listen,
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. He out there smoking. He's smoking the hell.
Like, yo, I'm in New York, fam.
Yo, that's the longest blunt.
I'll be back tomorrow.
That's the longest blunt I ever seen in my life.
One of my pet peeves, man.
Then he's spending 20, 30 minutes on your mustache.
Yeah.
And you ain't got no mustache.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Bro,
But then that's what certain people wonder why I'm not making the money I should be making.
Exactly. So when you can't pay your booth rent at the end of the week,
right,
blame that on the lifestyle you live.
Right.
You feel me? And your consistency. Keyword today, kids. Consistency.
Can you spell it?
Yeah. And
something, sis.
Yeah, listen, if you're not gonna show up to work on time, bro, and you're not making the kind of money you want to make, that's you.
Now, would you accept that in your new shop?
No. Everybody I hired, I told them from the gate, I need your time, I need your schedule, I need to know when you're gonna be. You could be here 3 days a week. The price is still the same.
Right.
Pay me at the end of the week.
So wait.
That makes a lot of sense.
So how does that work? You got, as a barber, when you come into a shop, there's a booth fee or something that they pay weekly?
There's 2 ways to do it. You could do percentage or you could do booth rent.
Okay.
I recommend for barbers who are going in, do booth rent. For me, I want my barbers to win. It ain't about me getting rich off of them. You know what I mean? Because I got other things going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want my barbers to win. I want my barbers to succeed. You know what I mean?
I've seen you had other barbers' clothing lines in your joint too. I salute that.
Yeah, bro. I'm not a hater of nobody, bro. I get the game to everybody, bro. Like, if I know something about clothing that I want to pass on, somebody else want to do it, by all means, I'm gonna give you the print shop. I'm gonna give you the places where I go, everything. You know what I mean? Because what's meant for me is meant for me.
Well, let me get $20.
You need $20?
How can a barber off the street got some skill and potential and want to work under you? Would that be possible, or would you be too busy?
No, it's not about
saying too busy, but sometimes they.
Like I said before, it's all character and skill, bro. Like, if you got, number one for me is character. You could be the nicest dude I ever seen, but if your character's shitty, you're not working with me, bro. Like, it's all about, a barbershop is all about a vibe.
Right.
What I created at Royalty Cuts was a vibe. Like, where people want to be there, even if they weren't getting haircuts. Right. They knew new merch was coming out. They knew we smoked hookah in there. They knew we hung out and we pre-gamed there after shop hours, by the way. You know what I mean?
And plus, it make it more comfortable for you as a barber, because it's more comfortable.
Yeah,
comfortable
for sure.
Environment.
Yeah, I'm not
the
a
stuff
micromanager.
You like is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not a micromanager. I let people be who they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
would you manage your new shop? Or would you
I'm owner and manager of it. Okay. Yeah. So
you're taking on all the work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're taking on all the work.
Listen, this is not going to be the first shop. Like, my brother right now is in Reading, and we're looking to open up a part 2 within a year. Like, and he's gonna run that shop. And I got another man in Atlanta, and we're gonna try to do a part 3 down there. Like, this is all about putting my peoples on. Yeah, like for sure, bro. Like, this is business, bro. At the end of the day, it's a brand. I want Barber Guru to be like supreme of the barber world. You know what I mean? Like, so when you think of like barbering and clothing, you think of my brand first. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, oh, he's got the hot stuff. He's got the latest stuff. So I pride myself, even being my age. Some people at my age are just stuck in their ways.
So
I'm not. I'm always looking for new things and new areas and new things and new techniques how to do stuff.
So you have shampoo and other brands too?
I got shampoo. I got pomade. I got a hair and beard cream. I got beard oil. I'm gonna be having textured powder, textured paste, like,
And condoms?
waters.
Condoms and water go together.
Listen, I don't need a condom, but I'm just saying. I'm
Hey, yo,
How you say that? I don't need a condom.
No, we ain't getting into that. Hey, yo, how do you deal with badass kids, man? Because I done seen some kids in there, and me sitting there, I wanted to smack them.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
You should charge kids extra. If your kid bad as hell, it should be a badass kid fee.
Listen, I deal with some kids that, like, have no respect, bro.
Did they ever mess your haircut up by moving and you feeling bad? And mine be like, you done messed my boy haircut up, I ain't paying for it.
Nah, I ain't never had no parent complain. I barely had any complaints.
Because they know their kids bad as hell.
Little to none complaints about anything I do. So, with kids, though, bro, if they moving, like I said, I'm on a time schedule. If you're moving, this is how your haircut's gonna turn. I'm sorry.
Turn out like Willie Woes, right?
Yeah, I mean, he bald anyway.
He came for a fade, he in love with a baldy. Your 6-year-old got a baldy.
I just gave this dude a painted hairline, and I got pictures for that, too.
Oh, God, you really gonna do that? We gonna put personal shit out there right now?
You still got the True Religion outline in the back.
We gonna put personal... Oh, you want some too?
My man said the True Religion outline.
We about to talk about your hustle. Hey, yo, what is one time, man? My father, man. Salute to my father.
Yes.
He shot out. Back then, I didn't know what a fade was. My father used to cut my hair. So I told him, I want to fade, Dad. And I used to hate it because he had a stomach and he had all this taco meat on his stomach. And he used to always get right in my face. And all I had was hair on my face. But
So he was cutting your hair with no shirt on?
yeah, Daddy like to cut hair with no shirt on. I don't know. I rub my nipples. He cut hair with no shirt on. We both freaks. Love you, Dad. But look, I told him I wanted a fade, right? But he was like, what's a fade? I was like, it's like an army haircut. I swear, I was in the 5th grade, 6th grade. I thought a fade was like, like an army haircut. I went to school, man. Even the lunch lady was cracking on me. He balded it was a line right here all the way around.
You got a bowl cut?
I had a fade. I had an army haircut.
Black man with a bowl cut.
Not at the school I was at. The lunch lady was like, look at his hair.
Oh my God.
She said, who cut your hair? I said, my daddy. Yeah, salute to him, man.
Hey, brother, man, can I ask you one
One of them
thing,
drunk
brother?
nights.
Yeah.
If you had one thing to say in the microphone to all the brothers that cut their own hair at home or cut their kids' hair at home,
I wouldn't recommend it.
Pay the money.
Say that one more time
Pay
in the
the
microphone.
money, bro. I wouldn't recommend it, bro.
Okay, why would you say that? Because you're talking to a home barber right here.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. You got the bread to go to the barber shop.
Right.
Do what you gotta do. That's how I started. I started at home, my little brothers and stuff like that, because my mom couldn't afford us to go to the barber shop. So that's how I picked it up.
Right.
But like, if you can pay for it, don't be cheap, bro. Don't
Hey, yo,
have
we-
your kids looking crazy.
We about to close out real quick.
Then again, if you in the professional business, I mean, you gotta have the sharpest cut you can have, right? Exactly.
We about to close out, man. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to continue this conversation, so if y'all rocking with us, go ahead and rock with us, because it's about to get real wild. I'm in war mode. But other than that, make sure y'all continue to follow us on All Hustle Podcast Show, everything. We got Manny Cuts in the building. Manny, give them your Instagram, give them your social media, let them know where they can find the Barber Guru apparel, which is fire.
Yes.
And this is just the first edition, but I'm loving it. I will be rocking this tomorrow.
There's actually the only hoodie like this, too.
Hey, yo, on some real shit.
Special edition.
Yeah.
Can you sign it for me, bro?
Yeah, I got you.
On some real shit.
No, for real.
All right.
right now.
I want him to sign. Matter of fact, there it
Where's
is.
the Sharpie at?
I got, I keep a Sharpie. I keep a Sharpie.
You want me to
some
sign right on the
condoms and some penicillin.
You had him sign the
Not
condoms
for
too?
me.
You had him sign the condoms too?
Nah. I leave
wanna sign
that. I leave that for
on
the
here?
chicks. Yeah. Please do, man. Please do, brother.
Flatten this out.
Yeah. Don't get no whatever's in the cup on there, cause they not paying us either. Word up. Yo, I'm really.
You gotta get that on video, bro.
Yeah. Hold on. You know I'm slow. Oh Lord, he done wrote his name already. Hold on. Where is picture? Okay. You're dealing with a special person. There you go. Go ahead. Hey, yo, it's been a pleasure having you in here, man. We hope y'all came up on some game.
Yeah.
We do this in a relaxed setting, in a comedic environment. We joke and we laugh, but it's all about the hustle. We got Manny Cuts in the building, man. Barber extraordinaire, award-winning barber. He just signed my joint. This is one and only of one, however you
And if
say
you want
it.
to see a close-up view, y'all gonna have to check the Instagram out.
Or you can
Also podcast.
Yes, sir. You can catch me at the club, and only chicks only can get close and touch to see if it's really an official Barber Guru. You know what I'm saying? But if my lady with me, then, just fall back. But thank y'all for tuning in. But stay with us, man. We're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep rocking out. We're going to get into a relaxed joint. Manny, please give them your social media where they can find you, brother.
Yeah, Manny Cuts on Instagram with a Z at the end. We got Barber Guru Clothing on Instagram as well. We got Barber Guru Entertainment. My son's a rapper, so I'm managing him right now.
What's his name?
BG Montana. You
Okay.
can find him on Instagram, BG Montana. So yeah, the website will be up once my barbershop is up. So I'll link
Oh man, maybe we can do a joint from there, because I know, matter of fact,
for sure. We can definitely
real quick. He used to have I hate giving away all the knowledge, but he used to do like special nights at his spot where he'll have a comedian in on a Wednesday night, or he'll have a hip hop site. He'll have a hip hop site for
I seen some Jones on YouTube.
Yeah, we had all that there, man. So
He
New Year's Eve party.
He been grinding. I ain't know what the hell he was. Promoter. I ain't know what the hell he was. He's cut here. I can't get it in.
Hey, yo, but continue to watch us, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. All Hustle Podcast.
YouTube. Subscribe.
And the main thing we want to know is, what's your hustle?
For sure.
His is everything. He cutting hair.
Whatever I can put my hands on.
Shows. He doing he doing
podcast coming soon too.
Podcast. Oh wow. It's enough love out here for everybody,
Yes,
man.
sir, yes,
You
sir.
might catch me in his
Definitely
parking lot
man.
putting white walls on your tires or something for $2, because I'm all about that hustle as
all
well.
kind of product.
I'm gonna call the cops on you.
Yeah.
Any new business ventures that we didn't talk about that you got coming up?
You said dentures? What the hell? Any new business dentures?
Yeah, so I've got some new gold grills coming. Yeah,
You got grills coming out?
I got grills now, but I'm saying no for myself, personal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta be bling bloud. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he's a celebrity barber, man. He Barber Guru.
it ain't because of that. It's just because I like it.
Willie want to know, can he get discount on haircuts?
Yeah, he really gets free haircuts.
He tried to cut his own.
But I want it official. I don't want the free one no more.
No, listen, he don't want the in between appointment haircut. That's what he doing. I'll give him a good haircut.
Yeah, thank you, man. Nah, but you always on point. Don't pay no attention to Marley. He over here with that I wish I had a hat on head. Every time we go in the mall, people buying him hats. Hey, yo, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Check out the next show.
He's probably like, I think about paying that money. Let me cancel that appointment. Let me cancel that appointment, bro.
I come to the office.
Right in the back.
I come to the office with clippers in case Marley come in, because I know what kind of day it's going to be.
We out of here. Y'all for tuning
Guru in
in.
the building.
Yes, sir. It's your boy, Willie Water Bipolar Brother.
Yes.
Yeah, he nice. Hey, yo, we'll be back next week, man.
Is Willie all about?
Don't say Willie Rock. That's what they call me in the hood.
Nah. It's Marley Willie Well. We out of here.
We out. Peace.
Sir. Peace.